Okay, students, I'm going to go over assignment 20, which you have for today. Um, at the top here, make sure you do the definition of preterite. What's it used to express? It's an action that started and ended at a definite time in the past, a one-time action in the past. So what I want you to do is finish defining it here. I put the three dots there. So finish the sentence off, define the preterite. Next, make sure you use only these conjugations. I with an accent, ISTE, IO, accent on the O, IMOS, IERON. AR verbs are E with the accent, ASTE, O with the accent, AMOS, ARON. Uh, regular verbs. When you conjugate a regular verb, you drop the ending. For example, vivid, you drop the IR, and then you write the stem. In this case, VIV, and then you conjugate the verb based on the subject. For example, yo viví, ellos hablaron, if you're using let's say hablar, ella nadó, she swam. Whatever the verb is, follow the steps for regular conjugations. 1 through 5 are regular verb conjugations. So, for example, visitar, step 1, drop the AR. Step 2, so what you would do here, and you don't have to do it in your step, but I'm just giving you a visual there. VISIT would be the stem, VISIT, and then conjugate the verb. Number 1 is yo y las amigas. So here is a kind of complex problem. Yo y las amigas. How do you solve this one? Well, look at the basics. One, you have yo. You know yo is up here, first person singular. And then you have amigas. Amigas is here, third person plural. So which one are you using? Are you using first person singular here, yo conjugation, or third person plural conjugation? Well, you have to add them up. Yo e means and, yo y las amigas. Now, remember, grammatically speaking, first person is yourself. You can never go down. If you're first person, you cannot go to second or third person. Grammatically speaking, first person is the most important. So you have to stay first person. But since there's two people in the subject, it's not going to be singular. It's going to be plural, which is two or more, remember. So you're going to use the first person plural conjugation here, same as nosotros. So I and the friends is the same as we. So it's AMOS for the conjugation. So fill in the blank on the rest of those and then answer the questions that you have. For example, comiste tu ensalada ayer? Did you eat a salad yesterday? Breaking down the question, tu is the subject. And remember, the subject can go in a couple of spots in Spanish. Subject here is after the verb, and in this one, it's before the verb, Sarita. So in this case, it's before the subject. The verb is before the subject. So keeping that in mind, our subject is tu. Comiste tu la ensalada ayer? Did you eat the salad yesterday? Well, if the question is in second person, you have to answer with yourself. Now, we're going to do a negative answer. The first thing you need to do is no. So keep in mind in parentheses, if I write no in the parentheses, you have to write a negative sentence. So make sure you follow that. So, comiste tu la ensalada ayer? No. Tu becomes yo, right? The subject tu becomes yo. Yo no. And then comiste becomes comi, C-O-M-I. You have to coordinate the verb. Let's review how to do accents. If you have international keyboard, great. If not, another quick workaround is insert special characters, Latin, and then look for the verb. Here I'm looking for the I, and click it, and it'll add it in. So no, yo no comí, and then add the rest of the information. La ensalada ayer. No, I did not eat the salad yesterday. Do not forget punctuation. Capitalize first letter, first word of the sentence, period at the end of the sentence, commas where appropriate. So you'll do the same thing here on número dos. Sarita escribió mucho el domingo pasado. Did Sarita write a lot last Sunday? So you're going to answer with a negative. Follow this same formula up here, where you have no, and then subject. In this case, Sarita stays the same as third place in that person. Then your verb, and then finish off the rest of the information. Don't forget in a negative sentence, this no is crucial. It needs to go before the conjugated verb. That makes it a negative sentence. So this no here is more important than this one. So make sure we add both of them, but that second one is crucial. Número tres, los amigos bucearon en el mar ayer. The friends swam in the sea yesterday. Subjects amigos, bucearon's the verb to snorkel. That's from our vocab we had. So did they snorkel in the sea yesterday? You can answer that one in the affirmative if you want C. Don't forget with C, you do S-I, accent in the I. So insert, special characters, Latin, and then here I with the accent, so C. You can answer that one with a yes. Sorry, I made it capital. It doesn't have to be capital on that one. And then the last one, brincaron ellas antenoche. Did they jump last night? Yes, they jumped. You can make that an affirmative or negative. It's third person. Your subject's ellas. It stays the same. Make sure it's a full sense answer. Here's some preterite terms. Make sure you answer them. For example, el mes pasado was last month. Go ahead and define those. I try and mix those up a bit, but there's some that are very important that stay the same, like anoche, antenoche, ayer, for example. Those will show up all the time. Make sure you know those very common preterite expressions really well. Then grammatical terms. Define tense, present tense, preterite. Infinitive. Here's the best one for infinitive. The way it looks in a dictionary. These are verbs, by the way. Let me put verb here. The way it look in a dictionary, what the verb means. What the verb means. For example, hablar means to talk. That's a good definition of what the infinitive is. It's a verb you're going to use in a sentence, but you don't know what you want to say. Let's say run. So you look it up, you're going to get corred. You want to use a verb in a sentence, for example, and you want to say hit, like you hit the ball. Pegar would be the verb. That's the infinitive. Now, what do you do with the infinitive once you know what the verb means? And then you conjugate the verb. And now that means using the verb correctly in a sentence. So you take, for example, hablar, your infinitive, and then you conjugate it in a sentence. For example, yo hablo mucho, ellos hablaron mucho, nosotras hablamos mucho, etc. So whatever verb you're going to use in a sentence, that would be a conjugation. And we have to conjugate the verb. So, for example, you would never have yo hablar. You have to conjugate the verb. You have to drop the ending in regular verbs and add the conjugation, yo hablo, etc. All right, quick recap here. At the top, assignment 20, define the preterite, an action that started and ended at a definite time in the past, period, a one-time action, period. Make sure you know your conjugations and the appropriate accents. If you look at the pattern, the first person singulars have an accent and third person singulars have an accent. These are regular verbs, so you drop the ending, write the stem, conjugate the verb, and then answer the questions correctly with a full sentence answer. As usual, if you need any help or anything, you may email me for any help or anything you may need. All right, have a good day. Have a good break.